Hi, we're Bruce.
And Cheryl.
We moved from California to get away from the hustle
And bustle.
of a fast-paced lifestyle,
And a not-so-perfect political climate.
to enjoy a slower speed
Better values.
and a rich Christian atmosphere. Join us as we discover our new environment, rebuild our new-to-us home on 2.5 acres,
And enjoy the scenic southern landscape of central western Georgia.
Well, good morning, folks. So, yesterday, as I showed you, we got the one wall done. We had the other one laid out. I cut a couple more pieces for this morning before starting the filming. But so we're going to hit the ground running by trying to finish this center section of the wall, and then build the right section of the wall over there, and see how we do. So, as I'm thinking this through, I know I can attach my jack and my king here. I can attach my jack and my king there. And then I need to establish that header point. All right? So let's go ahead and slam these guys together. Right over there. All right. Now let's. Took a minute to get all this underneath cleaned out, cleaned up, straightened out, getting new pier points set, ripping off all the floor joists and putting down old floor joists that were still in good shape, and putting down new floor joists, and putting in the blocking that was never there, doing proper underlayment, getting insulated, getting subfloor on it, getting jacked up, cleaning up all the debris. The biggest part at the beginning was tearing out the old, basically look down this path and see there was a double wide mobile home underneath these trusses inside of here. And the trusses were sitting on that double wide mobile home. If I do say so myself, it's a little impressive that we were able to disassemble a double wide mobile home underneath a truss assembly that was sitting on the mobile home. So really the only thing that's left is the bones, if you will, the I-beam structure and the exterior long walls. The two outside. So good late morning, early afternoon. I didn't record anything this morning, and as I'm thinking through yesterday, I didn't record the stuff that I was planning on recording, and I went ahead and finished some stuff without putting it on video, and for that I have to apologize because it's just been weird. We've got guests coming in from out of town, so we're trying to clean a bunch of stuff up. Have a lot of stuff done so that I can take a day or two and spend some time with our friends and not be rushed on stuff. So get this. Other than having subfloor pieces cut to slap in where they go, we're ready to do this end wall. And so let me turn you around and show you what I've been working on. So here's the end wall in question. I know, I've talked about this a million times. For those of you who are just coming along for the first time, basically what you're looking at right here is the end wall of a double wide mobile home. The previous owners put these trusses on top of the mobile home, and I'm attempting to remove the mobile home out from underneath that shell and build a house. Basically utilizing the bone structure of the double wide mobile home. So that wall you're looking at right there with those new windows in it, you can see the older 2x4s and you can see the new 2x4s. You can kind of see the old top plate because it's a whole different color than that beam on top. And when you look down at the bottom, you see there's new 2x4 down there because the old bottom plate was a 3/4 inch, basically what you call a 1x4. Anyway, so I've rebuilt this wall. And then let me turn around here. That wall has not been touched yet. And I've rebuilt that wall. And again, you can see the old studs. There. So this one that you're looking at right here, that's the middle section, which is the bathroom wall, which is directly right in front of you where you see those almost looks like double studs that go up the middle there. That's the center where the two halves of the mobile home came together. The center of this wall will be on that point. And that will become the back wall of the bathroom, which is being built in a new location. So the mobile home had a different, in the mobile home when it was here, the bathroom was somewhere right about where this wall, this intersect wall right here, and to the left of where the kitchen vent device there is at. That was the kitchen, and it's going to be the kitchen again. Anyway, so the bathroom was basically oriented somewhere around here. So the back wall of the kitchen was the side wall of the bathroom. This window that I've installed here is taking over part of what was the bathroom and the panel for the electrical. So the electrical sat right about where this edge of the window is right here. And so there was a wall somewhere right in here coming across that was the other half of the bathroom. So basically figure a 5 foot wide section here. The tub was right against this corner, or right against this wall right here. And anyway, completely different configuration. And what I did was I decided to basically move the bathroom here in between and have a bedroom on either side. So this will be one bedroom, that will be the other bedroom, and that bedroom is going to be an office. That window that you see right there goes away because that whole wall gets taken out. And these walls go in their place. And then all of it gets built all the way up to the bottom of those trusses up there. And we wind up getting a higher ceiling overall in the home, because the mobile home, so you see the top of the wall, bottom of the mobile home truss that's right here. Obviously the truss is the one with the angled braces that go across. That height right there, that was the ceiling height in this room. The new ceiling height is that bottom cord of the new trusses that are above it. So these guys right here. I'm going to turn around here and give you an idea of what's going to happen here. Here's this wall right here being built. And see how the rake goes up and follows the trusses? Well, that's how the ceiling line is going to go in the majority of the house. There will be some areas that will have a drop ceiling, like there's a closet going into this master bedroom. So here's what I've been working on. I've put more 2x4s in to show this wall, because I'm building the walls around the shower, and this is going to be a walk-in shower right there. I've completed the blocking around the base of it, and I've completed the threshold. Obviously you can see that I put in the stem wall. I've got a little bit more framing in that to do, because I'm going to put in, like you can see that rectangular box framed out right here. That's going to be a niche, an alcove that will handle soap and shampoos, right? Up and down, you know, a vertical one. I'm going to be putting a horizontal one in this wall here, and I have to frame that in, so that's not done yet. There's the water closet, which is a toilet room. I've removed the bottom threshold, the bottom plate here, and there's a little more blocking that has to go in here. I've done some of the blocking and stuff for the top section up here to clean that up so that drywall can go on properly. Same over here, added a little block. So I still got more of that kind of stuff to do. But here's the cool part, and this is what I worked on yesterday, as well as cleaning up. So if any of you guys remember the last time I took a walk outside here, the mess that was out front, and even the mess that was along the end over here. So as I wrap around the corner here, you're going to see that this area's, whoa, don't trip out on me, buddy. You're okay. Boy, that guy does not like to track well sometimes. Anyway, so as you can see, this is all cleaned up. The other day, you saw that in a video if you've been watching. We got rid of that old power pole. I dropped it and it was laying across here. And yesterday I cut it up and have it ready to haul away. As I come around here to the shed, all of that waste and vent pipe that was laying on the ground there in front of the shed, it's now gone and cleaned up. That's still not the cool part. Oh, and by the way, right in this area right here is where the propane tank will wind up. So that it's, where are you going? What are you looking for? Relax, buddy. I know. You don't get it. All right, so that propane tank right there gets moved to that location. But there, you see it now? It's in your view. There's something different about this end. Kind of a beam across the end here. Well, that's a laminated beam that I made with 2 2x6s and 1 2x8, glued and screwed, well, nailed and screwed. So if you can see those right there, those are engineered screws. They're 7 inches long, so they bite all the way through. The 2 layers of rim joists that were on the trailer, and then the 3 layers that I've added to it, it binds all that together with glue. And this is where the floor will come out to. So when I put my wall, the wall will come all the way out to this point beyond this. So the old wall is here and it's going to move out to here. If you look up here and you see this weird pop out where that gable is, it's because when they put those trusses on the trailer, they set them on the overhang. Well, they set a 2x4 on the overhang. Well, I'll take that back. They set a 2x4 on the overhang of the long walls, but they just set the truss in place and they put it all the way out to the end. So it's not actually resting in the center there. It's resting on that end corner right there and this end corner right here. So, you know, I'm pointing to right up here. And I've increased that because I put in, to take the place of the old trailer trusses, I put in a beam that I manufactured myself all the way down the length. And it carries the load of that truss. But that truss, because they put the first one all the way out over the edge, it hangs out over that, or on that overhang from the trailer. And I didn't want to have this weirdness when I complete this. So what I did was I built it out. So when I remove this wall and I put the new wall down, the new wall will come out to that level, and then I just shear this whole thing all the way up to the peak. And I will do some reinforcing for the eave, because they did a really horrible job. They're barge rafters, if you will. The way that they built their overhangs wasn't entirely correct. So, but anyway, everything that you see here on this end wall will be completely different. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put in that window for the kitchen, because that won't take me too terribly long. And then I got to go get things ready, because I don't know what time it is. Like I said, I think it's somewhere around noonish, just before noon or just after noon. And at 5 o'clock tonight, we have dinner at the church. So every Wednesday night at our church, Pineview Baptist Church, right here in LaGrange, Georgia, we do a Bible study. And right now we're utilizing the Chosen program as a basis for the Bible study. We basically go through the scriptures that are being highlighted in each episode. Took me a minute to set things up. Oh, hang on. Spinning around in circles. I hate doing that to you. But I got to grab some parts here. editing's always a fun thing. So some of this stuff will have to be edited out of another segment. But there's the level. And then I need nails, I need a hammer. Caulking's out there, so I just need to grab the hammer on my way by here. Not really sure how this is always gonna go, but we'll see. Tell you, it's always so fun doing all this stuff by yourself. Creates quite a bunch of challenges, but I can do it. So I'm gonna set you guys up here so you can watch.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
So all I really need is that level to double check it, hammer and a nail to land it. So as long as those guys don't fall off. That ain't gonna sit there. All right, back down we go. Should have brought my torpedo level. Arms aren't long enough. No, that ain't right. So it shows that I need this guy up higher, this guy down a little. reading different. It's right on that ledge. Which one am I going to trust? Well, I'm going to trust that bottom ledge because that's where the water's going to move in and out of. That's got a little bit of a bow out. I can see that. And that one's reading pretty level. So you know what? Or plumb on that. But this bottom rail right here is level, and that's what I'm really focused on. So I'm gonna call that a win. I'm good with those locations. So I'm not gonna be able to hold it like that though when I go up because I'll have my fingers in the caulking. Who would have thought that little bit would be enough? Time to get a nail. Double check. Still good. Happy with that. So that pretty much has the window nailed off. I'm gonna grab some screws so I can screw the every other hole. And then flash the outside, and we got a window. We got all done, at least from this point of view. All right, guys. Well, let's go meet my friends. Also decided to get this day started by our first day burning. So I got my first burn barrel going for the season. It's looking like it's got some pretty good ashes going here. All right. Let's come around the corner here and say hello.
Good morning. We're looking for a good
There we go. There's my friends, Terry and Donna. So when you guys watch this later in the video, you'll be like, oh, that's weird. We're saying hello to ourselves.
Love your place here.
Yeah, it's really cool.
This is
Gonna
really
be
nice.
Really, really cool. Lots of work, I'm telling you.
Oh, tons of work, tons of work.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Especially starting near an airport too.
Yeah, there's a little public airport, just about a mile.
On the other side of the freeway.
Yeah.
It's there basically executive airport
Oh,
for the area.
well, you know, we were, yesterday we were flying over. I noticed in Arizona, there are a whole bunch of little dirt strips, you know, that somebody will have a house out in the middle of nowhere, put in a dirt strip and they're set.
Yep, it sounds like Arizona.
Fly for groceries.
Raised.
This looks really good, Bruce.
Choice and, I mean, it was,
A lot of work.
oh, the pictures of how it used to look are like so scary.
Now, did you have to read?
Well, good morning. So, the last video I was talking about how the next thing I need to do is put these new walls into the end. And so the last couple of days when I had time, so we had some friends visiting from out of state, some friends from California, and basically took, let's see, we picked them up, was it Wednesday night, late. So we had all day Thursday, all day Friday with them, and then half of Saturday. So I didn't do anything on those days. And then when we got back the other half of the day on Saturday, I basically started removing all of the blocking and the old plastic eave block, not eave blocking, but gosh, I can't think of what it's called. The covering for the eave, the overhang covering. Gosh, it'll come to me. Anyway, so they had all this plastic stuff that you see all these people these days, especially on the East Coast, using to soffit off their eaves, right? Close off their eaves. And I've ripped all that stuff down from here because 90% of it was dilapidated, meaning that it had been on there for so long that the plastic was breaking down from ultraviolet light. Not to mention the squirrels and chipmunks have eaten through it. They climbed up inside of that cavity and made nests, so they pulled insulation out of the ceiling of the old mobile home here. And they pulled leaves from the ground outside and pulled up into the attic, or into the eaves, leaves into the eaves, you gotta love that, and made nests up in there. And so I had to pull all that down just to clean that out. So the stuff that they use for fascia around here on the East Coast, or at least on this particular job, what they used was 2x4. And then they put this tin wrap around it and called it good. Well, and then, you know, of course, then they boxed off the space, the eave space, and put this plastic underneath there. They didn't do vinyl siding on this, though. They left the original trailer siding. But anyway, so I had to remove all of that stuff off, and I'm going to have to eventually remove what they're using for fascia. These 2x4s aren't going to cut it. The fascia should be at minimum a 2x6. I prefer 2x8. But I also prefer hem fir rough cut. And apparently that's not a thing anymore. You can't find it. All that. So there will be metal going back in place, but there'll be a beefier fascia. Definitely something solid enough that when I go to put my gutters on, I've got backing for that. Nevertheless, so I was pulling all that off Saturday afternoon. I got as far as I could. And then Sunday, of course, those of you who know me, know this channel, know that Sunday's dedicated to God only. So we did nothing on Sunday. I thought about some things and I reviewed some things. In fact, after morning service, we went to Home Depot to solidify our choice for our flooring, just to look at the material and decide whether or not that's what we wanted. And then this morning I came out and I finished pulling off the rest of the parts that needed to come off. And then I got a wild hair. I won't finish that statement. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. And I decided, you know what? I can do this. And you know I can. I know I can. It would be nice to utilize my friends, and I may wind up having to have them come and help me do some of this, but I couldn't wait anymore. And I know that this coming weekend, we're going out of town. We're going to see some friends of ours in Alabama. So I won't have that Saturday to work on it. So that weekend's not available then for my friends. Not to mention some of the friends I was going to have help me weren't available this coming weekend. So with that said, there is the side yard. Let me back up so you get an idea of what's going on here, because I'm inside the house right now. So as you can see, I'm ripping off the end wall. So for today, I plan on going to where this intersect is, so the third 2x4 from the left over. I'll take it off all the way to there, cut all that stuff out. I got another. All right. So I've got pieces and parts I got to grab here, some tools, because I got to rip apart all of this old flooring. So where the bottom plate, which is that 1x4, came off, it leaves this particle board that was stapled down to this rim joist, and that's got to be removed. They used all these weird square head screws to screw down the wall to the floor, and those have to be removed. So It is coming out. And you know what? A razor.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too short to reach. Way up.
Get us a razor knife. Let me see.
I don't want this to fall in the hole. You'll be down there trying to.
It's glue, I can tell you already, from the sticker that was on here.
Oh. It's all the way up in the corner.
Yeah. So
All right.
that's all you need. Razor knife. Here's another dry towel.
I got one right there too. Thank you.
All right, so we're making progress, slow as it may seem. I had to jack up the truss, and then I had to cut a 12-degree angle on this last 2x, and it looks like only a ½ inch. Well, it won't go on all the way. A ½ inch is sticking out. So not. All right, so I don't know where I left off, but I was showing you that I had to cut that angle on there, and then I'm gonna probably have to put a strip of OSB shear panel and fur out each one of these wall sections, and then I'll be able to shear panel all the way up and go right up past that truss. But if you look down that edge there, you kind of look at that up there. I don't know if you can see the same thing I see, but it looks to me like the bottom is kicked out, which is good. That means it all pulls in and straightens out when the wall goes in. But right now, all of this is so flimsy, and there's really been nothing holding that, because look at this wall here. So there's really nothing holding this up. It's just a matter of just closing off the opening. So I'm gonna have to take off one more section here. I think I showed in the video before where I was gonna stop, but I really need to go back one more section because I've got to lay this next sheet. And you see where the end is right there. Kind of right down there. And I got to lay that next sheet at an angle and then set it down like that over top of these water lines. So that's gonna work on next. I ran out of battery on the phone. That's why you didn't get to see putting down the subfloor and then putting on it the extra blocking on the end here. So yeah, it's kind of thick right there because we've got, what is it, 7 2x4s in a row? That's a beefy corner, that's for sure. So as you can tell, because of the lighting and out the window, it's dark. It's evening. It took me the better part of the day to get this done, but wait till you see. Check it out. So all the shear panel is not done. I just got 3 sheets, 1 horizontal and 2 vertical to catch the rake of the outside. But with the furring strips, because I did wind up having to fur it out a ½ inch, it worked perfect. I mean, it is absolutely ideal. And everything's hitting perfect. And so what I'm gonna do is over the closet, I'm gonna drop I guess it's a 7'6" ceiling in the closet. And then the top double top plate right there is shy because it meets the intersect wall, so that secondary top plate will go across and lock in. And then all the rest of the framing that goes up from above the window will be full height. So I do have to do some ladder blocking just across here and up to the center. I'm not sure how much I'll have to do on the other side over there,
because I am dropping a ceiling over top of the bathroom, but it's going to be a fairly high ceiling. So it'll just be minor drop. So I probably will have to do the ladder blocking across, but I can do the same thing over the closet on the other side. So really only have to go from the closet to the bathroom wall on this side over here once I start putting that in. So I think tomorrow the idea will be to get the next couple of subfloor pieces in and get this middle wall up. I'm of the impression that I can get both of these walls in by tomorrow afternoon. How far I've got them sheathed by tomorrow afternoon, I don't know. But I will have to start fairly early. But we're not expected to get rain, I don't think, until, I think they said Thursday or Friday. I'll double check the weather, but anyway, it's coming along, man. And I think it's looking pretty good. Can't wait to start dropping some of these interior walls in, which depending on how things go tomorrow, I might just get this closet on this side built in, but I do have a couple of things. So like the intersect it is going to be in the wrong spot. So this intersect is too far out now that I built the wall out. So what we're probably going to do, and you can see the markings right here. I need to put some blocking behind this, and that will be the intersect point. And we gain just shy of a foot in length on this bedroom by popping that wall out 4.5 inches, go figure. Well, part of it is because I think my original plan for the closet was a little bit deeper than what we decided on after we sat here and looked at it. I'm going 27 inches deep on these closets, and we're going to do traditional hinge doors opening into the bedroom for the closet, two 3/0 doors for a 6-foot opening. It's a 7-foot long closet. I think it will have better access to everything inside of there without bypass doors, because bypass doors, they always block half of the opening. So there you have it. Getting excited. So that wall section right there, that one should go in tomorrow. And that guy right there most definitely will. So I'll check back with you in the morning. Hopefully I can get this thing set up. Maybe even get the other tripod set up with the other camera, get 2 angles, and let you watch me work on this other wall section here. This first section, getting it started, and with all the stuff I had to do outside, and then all the stuff that I had to figure out for how to take it apart on the inside, just kind of was a slow start for the day. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.